Why do we suffer at the hands of these politicians? Don't you know politicians work for you?
Hey!
You're the boss. You hire them and you fire them. Look how they campaign. You know what they do? They audition.
Yeah!
When you put them on the job, if they're not doing the job, then you fire them. Because you're in control. From the city to the state to Congress to the president. You run. Well, hello. Talk Labor fans, we're back. And so good to hear. Hope you had good holidays. I did. As a matter of fact, I did something I hadn't done in a long time. That's stayed at home. Usually every year, Christmas or New Year's, we're gone. We're out. We're somewhere. We're at some event or we're at somebody's house. This time we stayed at home. Man, that was beautiful. I love it. But I want to get right down to what we want to talk about tonight. We want to talk about that clown, of course, for a second or two. And we'll talk about the real president for a moment. And then we're going to talk about a little bit about the coalition. And we're going to get right down to it right now. Okay? Now, I know all you black, brown, and white people, you got to be awake by now. I know you got to know what's going on with these clowns. This man goes over there and murders a guy in Iran and comes back and says, oh, you know, we're going to do A, B, C, and D, and then Iran drops a few bombs on nobody. And made me start thinking. Vladimir Putin went over to Iran and some of the countries out in the east. Right behind this. Now, you know, this fool here in America don't do anything unless Vladimir tell him it's okay to do it. Now, you go and murder somebody, they drop a few bombs, and you know, you murder somebody right in the middle of your impeachment. 2 and 2 is 4. And I know you all understand what I'm talking about. This guy knows he's impeached, and the walls are starting to crumble. You all might not see it yet. They're starting to crumble. Here's a little piece. Rand Paul from Kentucky. You know, when he went in the brief today, they said that's the most ridiculous thing they've ever seen in their life. That's Rand Paul. This is a Republican. And Senator Mike Lee, both of them are senators, came out and said the same thing. Now they're gonna back this bill that's proposed by Nancy Pelosi on putting a check on this clown, cause the man is you know, he's sick. But you got to understand this. This man don't do this on his own. He's not smart enough to do that. I mean, he's dealing with these slime balls. And I call them slime balls because that's what they are. I'm talking about Steve Miller, a so-called white supremacist. There's nothing supreme about this low-lifed puppy. You know, and other leaders in the White House. I mean, most of them are just, as Hillary Clinton said, deplorables. They are deplorables because they're ignorant. I mean, they are ignorant. He said, I love my poorly educated. Do y'all remember that? He said, I could go and shoot somebody on 5th and Vine in New York, and they still would vote for me. And that's true, because he knew he could play on this hatred. You can ask these guys and girls, why do you hate black people? Why do you hate Hispanic? I just hate them. But give me an answer. They can't tell you. They can't tell you. Is it about fear? Perhaps. But I think that's what's going on, and you know, you just wake up. Don't placate to the media. Think for yourself. Think for yourself, folks. You see it going on all the time. You can figure these things out for yourself. You did it in 2018. You flipped everything. You can do it again in 2020.
You can flip everything, okay? And that's what we want you to do. Now, I'm not going to linger on this clown that long because it's not necessary. But you know, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. I want to talk about the real president, the last president we had, and that was President Barack Obama. Did you know in Los Angeles, California, they have named a big freeway after him? Freeway 134 in Los Angeles is now the Barack H. Obama Highway. Now, why can't we do that for him here in the city of Chicago? I mean, O'Hare Airport. Shouldn't that be like Obama Airport? I mean, don't that sound better? You know, and you got a president out of this city, not out of the state. I mean, just the state, but out of the city, and living on Hyde Park. The man became president, first African American president. Don't you think they should name the airport after him? You got the Ronald Reagan airports. You got the Kennedy airport. You know, come on, y'all. Let's get behind that, okay? Let's get behind that. What I want to talk about too is this black man, Willie Simmons, in Alabama. He was locked up in 1982, given a life sentence for stealing $9. $9. Look it up yourself. He was given a life sentence. Maybe I'm crazy, but does that make any sense to you? He was given a life sentence. Do they look at you as some type of toy or something that's not real? This man has been put in jail. Take a look at this. You see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, y'all, yeah. I done nicked myself, y'all. Shaving for the first time. I ain't gonna say for the first time, but you know, this I say for the first time because it's very rarely that I do it any time. But you know, I'm just saying. So, yeah, I got myself cutting myself up this morning. But I done brought y'all stories of a man going to prison for stealing a sandwich, killing cats. I got a story for y'all right now. This man right here went to prison for stealing $9. And guess how much time he got? Life in prison back in 1982. Wow. They really treated us like slaves. They was, you know, it's a game to them. Like, this is, like, somewhat funny to them, charming, amusing that they do what they do the way they do it. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell. Look, this brother right here. Check it out. 1982 for stealing $9. Life sentence? Come on, America. America saying, you ain't seen nothing. Do you know what we're capable of? Thank y'all for watching. Rest in peace, Pot.
See what I mean? I mean, life sentence for allegedly taking $9 from a person, stealing $9 from a person. I can't live with that. I'm telling you, I just can't live with that. I'm gonna take a little break, and we're gonna come back. And while I'm gone, take a look at this. You know, one thing. If you ever had a cat, in your house, man, cats they're some ornery little suckers. Take a look at this right quick. We'll be right back. Did you see what I mean about about them cats, man. They are something. But what I want to talk to you about, and I want to get right back to what happened some time ago. You all remember the so-called Iraq War and how they claimed that they had weapons of mass destruction and all that. And you had a couple of people that stood up and said, no, they don't. That's a lie. And these people were very prominent people. Remember Phil Donahue? He had a show on CBS. And he stood up and said that that was a lie. They kicked him off his show. Phil Donahue. Most of you remember that. Another guy that was kicked off, Bill Maher on ABC. He was kicked off because he said that that was a lie. Now, do you think these reporters are afraid to speak up here now? When they know that this man is lying? When they know that this guy went over there and murdered somebody? They're talking about took him out, murdered somebody to try to get himself reelected. Hey man, the mob is running the White House right now. These guys are mob figures. But I want to leave you with a little something. It's if you haven't seen it yet, drive by the Country Club Hills and just take a look at that beautiful theater that they have there. It's outdoor theater. They had great stars there, from Diana Ross to Marvin Gaye to it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it's being taken over by new management now. And I think you're going to really enjoy, because they got a great lineup coming. Hey, I'm going to feed that to you on upcoming shows. And I want you to be able to, just judge for yourself what this is all about, okay? Come on out, check it out. Right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you with somebody, and I always said I'm going to do this, with entertainment, and I'm going to leave you with somebody that and I know. Now, they said that this gentleman had problems, and they believe he was gay, and to heck with all that. I'm not even concerned with all that. The man can sing. Okay, check him out. This is Teddy. Gonna see you again next week. Be looking forward to it. One of the things before I leave, coalition members, we will be having a meeting very 1st of February, because I just talked to the attorneys today. Everything is on track, as they said, as they told everybody. The hearing will be January 27th. That's, I think, the last big hurdle that we have, and that was CTA fighting us on the class action suit. CTA is trying to say, hey, we'll pay Jerry, and we'll pay the other couple of guys, but, we're not at that class action. We don't think you had a right to file it. We did have a right to file it. When I filed a class action, I did not just file it for Jerry. I did not just file it for Local 308. I did not just file it for Local 241. I filed it for everybody that's covered under that pension plan. And we do believe that the judge will rule in our favor as soon as these guys come. They were supposed to do it 2 months ago, but they asked for an extension. This is the CTA. Until January 27th. Now they're going to have to answer that. And hopefully the judge don't give them any other extensions, and then we move forward from here, okay? So it looks real good. But again, take a look at this. This is my guy, Teddy Pendergrass. Okay, we'll see you again next week on Talk Labor. Okay, see you.
Looking back over my years, I guess I shedded some tears. myself time and time again, this time I'm gonna win. But another fight, things ain't right, I'm losing again. Takes a fool to lose twice, start all over again. Think I better let it go. Looks like another love TKO. Oh, think I better let it go. What you think about it, girl? Looks like another love TKO. Try to take control of the love to control of me. Cause I lose all thought, sense of time, and have a change of mind. Taking the bumps and the bruises of all the things of a two-time loser. Trying to hold on, the faith is gone. It's just another sad song. I think I better let it go. What you say about it? Looks like another love TKO. Oh, oh, oh. Yes, I think I better let it go. Let it go, baby. Oh, baby. Looks like another love TKO. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Try to take control of the love to control of me. Cause you to lose all thought, sense of time, and have a change of mind. Taking the bumps and the bruises of all the things of a two-time loser. See, I try to hold on, my faith is gone. It's just another sad song. But I think I better let it go. Let it go, cause it looks like another TKO. I think I better let it go. If I know what's good for me, girl, looks like another love TKO. I couldn't stand this pain much longer. I think I better let it go. Let it go. Oh, baby. Looks like another love TKO, baby. Oh, sometimes I just feel like I wanna say